What's up guys, it's Christian Lopez here with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a short and sweet video. It's going to be doing a windshield repair kit on my Mini Cooper. Today I'm going to be using this 3M windshield repair kit. Basically it's for anything smaller than an inch in diameter, which is, as you can see, inch right there. I will show you the crack that's on my windshield. Just got to focus in on that. Right there, tiny little hairpin. I got it when I was taking a road trip back to California, and let me show you. It is definitely underneath an inch, so we are good there. What you're going to need for this repair is basically your windshield repair kit. This is going to come with almost everything you need, but you're also going to need a Phillips screwdriver. That's with the 3M. With something else you may not need one, not sure, but with the 3M you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. Gloves, when you're working with that goo, you don't want to get on your hands. You don't need gloves if you don't want them, but I recommend it just to have them. Safety glasses, which are just normal glasses, and paper towels to wipe the excess drip off. Also, you could use, if you still have loose glass inside the chip, you could use a little safety pin to try to get that loose glass out of there. So yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is assemble the bridge. It's like the resin chamber and then the injector. So I'm going to open this up here, and you just got the pack and all your stuff inside. This is what you're going to be working with. No, you don't need this anymore. Most to the side. So here's where you got everything. This is everything you're going to need basically to patch your windshield, minus the items that I told you to get. I'm going to grab that. It's going to be left there. Oh, and cool, this actually comes with a pin in case you do need to remove the glass from the crack. This right here is going to be the bridge assembly that you're going to use for your resin. What I'm going to do now is grab the two suction cups right there, and then there's going to be screws right here which are going to be used to attach the suction cup to the bridge chamber. Alright guys, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab your suction cup and you're going to put it on the bottom side. The top side is flat right here, and the bottom side has the grooves inside of it. So at the bottom side you're going to put your suction cups in here, and suction cups in here, like that. So there we go. And the next step is to install these screws there. I'm just going to do a little screw real quick, and right here. And then you're going to grab your flathead screwdriver, base screwdriver, and we're just going to screw this down. And I'm pretty sure this doesn't need to be really tight, it just needs to be on there. So there's one, and then there's the other. Alright, and that right there is your bridge assembly. Alright guys, our next step is going to be to grab the resin chamber, which we have right here, and then we're going to grab the resin chamber tip, which is right here, and we're going to seat these, and it's not in focus, but we're going to seat these together like that, and then basically push it all the way in until the shoulder meets up with it, which is going to be right there, I believe, and there is that. Then the next step is going to be putting together the injector assembly, which is simple. This is all very simple, which is basically right here. Here's the injector nozzle, and then this is an O-ring. It's going to go on, and it's going to seat until you get to the middle spot, which is right there, and then there's the O-ring. So those are the three pieces that need to be assembled. Alright guys, so the next step in this process is going to be to clean the area where the impact happened. What I'm going to do is grab the alcohol prep wipe, which comes with the kit. But first I'm going to check in here and see if there's any loose glass, which there isn't, so we are all good. Yeah, everything's pretty fine. So you can use these to see if there's any loose glass, because sometimes if it's a fresh crack you may have some glass still in there. But this isn't a fresh crack, this actually happened a while back. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your alcohol wipe and going to pull this thing open, and you're going to want to clean from the inside out basically, which is what they say. I don't know what the whole deal is with that, but they say clean it from the inside out, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so once you think it's all cleaned and ready, the next step you're going to do is you're going to grab that base that you just built, the bridge, and you're going to place the bridge assembly over the crack. So right where the hole is right here is gonna be right where the crack is. So we're gonna center this thing out. There. And then, oh, well, that kind of, right there. And then we're going to put this down until it gets a good suction. Make sure you are centered. If you're not, move where you need to, just slightly. And there's a little piece of plastic in there, but if I show you right here, right in there, that's where the crack is, and it's pretty centered. It doesn't look too centered in the camera, but yeah, it's right on there. So that's the next step. Get your thing centered and then put those suction cups all the way down. And then the next process step is to grab your, I'm trying to remember the proper name for it. You're going to grab your resin chamber assembly, which is this right here. All right, there we go. And then we're going to screw that in right here. Make sure everything's even and proper with that. So I'm going to begin screwing it in right here. So that's screwed in tight, everything's suctioned down, as you can see. What I'm going to do now is go on the other side of this windshield and make sure that that little hole where the nozzle is right center on the crack. So it's a little bit off, as you can see. I need to move it down a little bit. It's best to check and make sure everything's centered because you don't want to accidentally start to fill it and then you mess up. So I'm going to have to remove this and relocate it. So I'll start the video again once I'm properly set. So yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure it's centered right in between the cracks. So when you do fill it, it's going to spread equally all throughout. Everyone, now that we have the resin chamber inserted and screwed in here, basically what you're going to do is you're going to screw it in all the way until it touches the surface of the windshield. Make sure that everything's centered and proper. The next step you're going to do is you're going to tighten it down about 3/2, an extra 3/2. You don't want to tighten it down too much because even though this is probably not going to happen, it says that there could cause more damage to the windshield, which obviously we don't want since we're trying to repair that to begin with. So we're going to make sure it's tight and you're not going to have any leaks, which I am good and I am tight. I feel like it's all right. The next step you're going to do is uncap the bottle of your glass resin, which is right here. And then you're going to probably put about half full. You're gonna fill this about halfway full on the glass repair resin inside of that. Also, they do recommend you putting a paper towel underneath the crack just in case there is any leakage. It'll stop it. Luckily, my crack is right here, so my windshield wiper is holding the paper towel right where it needs to be. So I put a glove on this hand just in case I do get any resin on me. I don't think I'm going to, but just in case I do, you know, I'll be able to protect myself. Also, make sure you have this on hand because we're going to be putting this inside here once the resin is filled inside. So we're going to open this cap up here and then put it there. Take the nozzle here and we're going to begin to fill it up. So, well, that went up quick, dang. And just going to fill it, and it says until you're about halfway, which I think that is halfway. You're going to put the rest back in the bottle. The next step you're going to do is you're going to start screwing in the injector, which is this right here. That's going to start creating pressure on the mold itself. So let's screw it in. All right. And we're going to start screwing down on this. There we go. We're going to start screwing it down. Slowly continue to turn it. It's going to definitely put pressure. I'm going to begin to screw it down here. Should be creating pressure. And then also it said that if your bottom cap is turning, it means it's not tight enough. So just slowly tightening and pushing in should be creating pressure on this. All right. There we go. So it's going to slowly continue to push it down, and it's going to force the resin into the damage. It says that you probably want to keep it under pressure for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to completely fill it. Alright guys, so it's been about 15 to 20 minutes here. So what I'm going to do now is remove the chamber of the windshield. So right there and there. As you can see, there's some slight dripping happening. Off real quick. It is definitely, man, it looks really bad in the camera. but it is definitely filled in a lot more. So I'm happy about that. Alright guys, so we do have a small pitting occurring on the windshield. In person it looks really good. On camera it doesn't look that great. I think it's because it's taking the reflection of the light and kind of showing it off really well in the camera. But there's a very small pitting happening right there. And it does say if that does happen, you can apply a small drop to that and then put the plastic film over the top of that and leave that on until it cures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a small drop of the resin onto that pitting area. So there we go. And it's dripping down, so I'll have to clean that up, but I did cover that pitted area. So now what I'm going to do is apply this plastic film right over it and press the air bubbles out right there. Alright guys, I just got back. It's been about 40 minutes. I actually kind of forgot about it. So back outside again. Normally you just peel this back and remove it, but let's see if it... Alright, that's a little bit better. I'm going to go right here and check it out. Alright, so I don't know if you can see, but it is a lot better than what it was before. There's just a small dimple left over right there. So you can see it pretty well on the camera, but looking at it, you actually can't even tell that there's a crack in the windshield by looking at it. So the ending video that I did was actually next to my car with the windshield and showing, hey, it looks great, blah, blah, blah. It was completely out of focus the entire time. So this is the ending of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. My videos are a lot longer than other people's videos. Like, I know most of them are around 3 to 4 minutes. I like to be very detailed with my work so people know how to take care of it very easily. So I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully it's not too long. And if it is, write down in the comments and say, hey, can you shorten up your videos? Or, hey, can you add a little bit more info? Stuff like that. It's really appreciated. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely share the video. That really helps me out. I'll be home in 3 weeks in California, and I'm very excited for that. When I'm home, I'll be able to upload videos on putting a new motor in, putting the transmission, the drivetrain, exhaust on, all of that stuff. Possibly some aero. Not 100% sure, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys really liked it.